Do we think I'm up for completing this reading challenge? I hope you said yes. Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. My name's Emma and today I have for you and me, really, a reading challenge. I'm really up for the challenge this week, let me tell you. It is currently Sunday the 30th of June. Tomorrow is the 1st of July. Perfect day to start this challenge. Perfect day to start my new TBR. I have basically taken massive inspiration from Mary over at the Honey Reads channel, and she done a video which I loved, and I love going and rewatching it because I just find it to be very funny and just nice to watch. But she basically done this challenge where it's random number generator picks how many pages you read for a week. So because I had so much fun watching that, I really wanted to do it myself, and I feel like I'm now out of my reading slump and I really want to get into new genres, different styles of books, and I think this is going to be such a good way for me to do that. So here's the plan. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run this vlog from the 1st of July to the 7th of July, and I'm going to have 7 prompts, okay? The page count is going to go 50, 75, 100, 125, 150, 175 and 200. So out of these 7 numbers, it's going to be one of those numbers per day. So I'm not going to repeat numbers because see if I get 200 pages twice, I will actually cry. And in total, that will give me 875 pages total read in the space of a week. That is an achievement, and I really do think I can achieve that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spin the wheel the night before the day that I'm going to be reading that amount of pages, because if I don't, I feel like I will be very overwhelmed if I do it on the day, and I don't want to be overwhelmed doing this challenge. I probably will be at some point. It's inevitable, right? Because that's just who I am. Yeah, and there is also one day this week, Thursday this week, I'm actually going out for dinner, and it's also voting day, so I don't think I will be able to read that many pages that day. So see if I get 200 pages on that day. Watch this be the case, by the way. But if I do, I will have to switch it because I do not have time on Thursday to read 200 pages. But we'll see. We don't know what's going to happen. The number wheel is going to decide. It's up to the universe. It's up to fate now. It's up to the internet. It's not my decision anymore. So the first book that I want to attempt this week is Rock, Paper, Scissors by Alice Feeney. I have said before that I'm not a thriller girl. I'm not a horror girl. I am very much a wimp when it comes to reading books that are going to be scary. Since I put up my July TBR, so many people have commented saying, love Rock, Paper, Scissors, love that book, really interesting book, really enjoyed that book. And I'm like, okay then, I feel like reading it. And then the second one, because I do still want a romance, but I do kind of want a darker romance. It's Leather and Lark by Brynne Weaver, because I just want to get into it. I'm actually very excited to get into the two of these. I think these are two that are not entirely my genres, but I'm excited to get into them nonetheless. I feel very, what's the word? I was going to say achieved, but I've not achieved anything yet. Encouraged, hopeful, positive. I'm ready to go, essentially, is what I'm trying to say here. And I feel very positive about these two books. But the total page count of these two books don't even add up to 875. I think it only comes to 700. So I will then start another book after this as well. And what an achievement that will be this week. I'm so excited to see how I got on with this. We're going to spin the wheel and we're going to see how many pages I'm going to get for tomorrow. Let's get screen recording. I'm going to stick it up here so you can see. 1st of July, Monday, 1st of the month. What number are we going to get? What number are we going to get? Don't even give me a low number. Don't give me a low number. I'd rather a high number. Would I though? Okay. We've got 75, so I need to read 75 pages tomorrow. That was actually okay. I feel alright about that, you know. But it is the second lowest choice. Oh my goodness gracious me. And I think I am going to start off with Rock, Paper, Scissors by Alice Feeney, because I think I need a different genre. I need something, while I'm in this mood of not wanting to read romance right this minute, I think this will be a good one to start off with. And I think because it's a thriller, I'm hoping that it's going to keep my attention and keep me gripped. The next time you'll see me will be tomorrow. Hello and happy Monday to you. It is currently 11:30 p.m. and this is the first time I've spoke to you all day. I wish being up at this time on a Monday was not a regular occurrence, but it's every single Monday at this point because I cannot and never end up finishing editing a video at the weekend. It's horrendous because then I just end up catching up throughout the rest of the week on sleep. But today I had 75 pages to read. I have read 29 pages of Rock, Paper, Scissors, and actually I really thought to myself, I was like, am I going to get this done in the next half hour? 75 minus 29 is 46 pages, and I was like, am I actually going to manage to get 46 pages done by the day is out? No. Then I remembered. I actually started reading another book on my Kindle earlier on. I didn't have my book downstairs with me, so I thought instead of watching telly, I'll just like read a wee bit on my Kindle. So I ended up reading on my phone. What's this called again? Long Way Down, which is the 9th book in the Addicted series. And I ended up reading 32 pages of that. I'm not as behind as what I thought I was going to be. What a success. So I need to read 14 pages. Oh, that is so much better than 40 odds. I'll give you a wee update on this anyway, because I'm actually not scared. I remember saying in my video before, I was like, I read like 10 pages of this and then stopped reading it. It was exactly 10 pages. It was exactly 10 pages because I got to the last sentence and I was like, I don't need to read any more than that. But do you know what? I'm going into it with a different mindset this time. I'm going into it, number one, being a brave girl. And number two, I'm going into it in the mindset of like, I just want to know why these two people are in a relationship and lying to one another. What he's fibbing about. And then I also looked at the cover again and I thought, what is this telling me? Is she going to break his arm? Is she going to cut it off? So the next 14 pages I read are going to be of this. So far I am enjoying it, but we need to do the spin for tomorrow because I need to know how many pages I'm going to have to read for tomorrow. So let's go to the spinner. Spin. There's a wee gap there for you. So what are we going to get today? Tap to spin. Shut up. No. 175. Oh, that's quite a lot. 175 pages for the Tuesday. We can do it. I believe in me. Remove that. I'm not doing 175 pages again. What I'm going to do, I'm going to go and read 14 pages that I have left to read tonight. And then I'm going to really try and read a lot tomorrow. I'm going to go because it's 25 to 12 and I need to sleep. Like, I need to sleep. I need to sleep before midnight tonight. My sleeping schedule is atrocious at the minute. But I'm going to go, as I've said a million times, bye. Yeah, I like that. Okay. Okay. But tell me what one you like better.
Oh, but fine, but I'm gonna let you ask the same question about something else.
Okay.
That's me. Are you recording right now?
Yeah. Right, this one.
I don't have glasses on.
What use are you to me then? I only have two to show you.
Okay.
Obviously I need to fix this line at the bottom.
Aye. That one.
Much better, isn't
You
it?
see that one?
Too busy.
I like that one.
I like that one too.
It's cute.
Don't laugh at me when I start talking here.
No, I'm reading this.
You're going
I'm reading
to.
this.
I can sense it. I don't know if I can do this with you. You're stressing me out.
There's
You're not
nothing
even
to
saying
stress about,
anything.
I'm not judging
There is
you.
nothing to stress about. You're
It's not
absolutely
as
right.
if I'm going to see the scene anyway. The
The scene.
And cut.
I'll update you on my page count today, okay? But my wee sister's in the room, so we're going to do this together. We're going to find out how many pages I'm going to need to read for tomorrow. So here it's here, by the way. Look, you don't have your glasses on.
Oh.
So we have the options of 50, 100, 125, 150 and 200. Right, here we go. I'm definitely recording on both devices. Right, it went from 50 to 100, but 100 pages tomorrow. That's all
manageable.
right. That is manageable,
You
isn't
can
it?
catch up from today. Well,
I've not told them I need to catch up yet.
and scene.
This angle's not great for my hair, is it? But it is what it is. This is the update that I'm giving you today. So, I made an error. Is there ever going to be a challenge video where I don't make an error? Probably not. Also, I looked back over that clip yesterday and my glasses were literally sitting like this on my face. I can't help it. Like, I've slept in them and I've like nudged them so like they don't sit in my eyes, right? I need to go and get them fixed. Anyway, here's what I've done. So I put a marker in this book this morning, right? I woke up, I was very tired. I was absolutely exhausted this morning, right? It was all my own doing. It's all my own fault. But I put a marker in this morning and was like, yeah, that's 175 pages. I'll manage to get that done today. That was not 175 pages, babe. It was 75. Like, all day I was like, oh, I'm getting so close. I was like, read a wee bit in my lunch, read a wee bit before I went to work. And I was like, oh, I'm getting so close here. Yeah, to 75 pages, not 175. So it's currently 11:05 at night. Again, my sleep schedule is absolutely gubbed. Like, I can't help it. I mean, I can help it. I'm trying to help it. But I get a second wind around like 10 o'clock once I've washed my face. Maybe I just need to wash my face earlier and then I won't feel like as fresh. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, page count update. I have read 46 pages of Rock, Paper, Scissors. So far, I'm actually really enjoying it. I'm dying to know what's happening. I feel like I'm kind of speed reading it a wee bit because I also thought that I was like behind on pages. I was like, oh, I need to get faster, I need to read faster. I don't think that's the way I'm going to do this, right? See, once I start reading a bit faster, I don't intake any information whatsoever, and then it just kind of gets to the end and I'm like, that was a blur. Although this is a thriller, so it's really fast paced. Like the chapters are quite short as well, so I'm really enjoying this so far. Let me tell you something though, I don't care how long I've been married to you, I don't care how long I've been going out with you. You ever take me to a chapel, I'm gone. You'll never see me again. Dust in my tracks. Why on earth would your partner take you for a night away to a chapel? An abandoned chapel called Blackwater Chapel next to Blackwater Loch. Hell no! And this is exactly why I don't read thrillers, because this kind of stuff scares me. I'm like, you'd never catch me dead in a place like this. Never. I'm not taking any chances in these kind of situations. No. I'm going to tell you the kind of beginning plot of the story, and then I'm not going to tell you any more about the plot, because I think with thrillers it's very hit or miss, where if you give too much away, that's an issue. You know, that is essentially a big spoiler. Whereas with romances and stuff like that, if you give away a wee bit of the plot, it's not a massive deal, I don't think, because that kind of pushes the story along. Whereas with thrillers, I think you're kind of questioning everything. I'm analysing it anyway. I'm definitely doing that. I'm like, what does that mean? What does that mean? Sorry, say that again? In fact, don't say that again, because I don't want to know, actually. I do want to know, but I don't want to know. So the two main characters in this book are Adam and Amelia. Adam and Amelia are married. They have been married for a wee while, and they're kind of trying to save their marriage. They're not really getting on too well anymore. Adam's a screenwriter, and Amelia works in like a dog home. And I think Amelia won this weekend away to this like place in Scotland. When they get there, they find out it is a chapel next to a loch. That would just riddle me with anxiety, and I'm not about that life, right? I'm already anxious enough. I do not need to put more anxiety on top of myself by going to a chapel, an abandoned chapel, next to a loch. I've just hit page 90. I'm on Amelia's chapter, and I was like, no, absolutely not. I was like, so it's getting good. This is also not the only book I've read today. I've also been reading Long Way Down. Now, I have not read much of this. I've only read 18 pages, and that was on my Kindle, so I've only read 2 chapters of this today. This is not going to be a priority this week. Number one, it's massive. It would probably take up all week. And number two, I'm really interested in this. I have read 64 pages so far. It is now 11:15. That's how much I've been yapping for 10 minutes. And I'm sad to say, I do not think I'm going to get 111 pages of this finished tonight. It's late. I do value my sleep. I did have a wee look earlier on to see if this was on BookBeat, and it is. So I was thinking that tomorrow, instead of like really trying to read like so many pages physically, I could maybe just go out a walk for like an hour and see how much I can listen to in that space of time. And don't get me wrong, see, when I listen to it, I'm not like one of these people that's like 2 times, 3 times speed, because nothing goes in. We're challenging ourselves. We are so far not achieving said challenge, but we can still pick it up later on in the week. So I'm going to go and read as much of this as I can this evening. Hopefully be asleep in like 20 minutes or less, and then I will update you tomorrow. Bye! I fear this may have been a grave error. I had to get back in the car. I need to go home. Like, I knew I said I wanted to test my jacket. Should I have looked at the weather forecast before I left? Sure. I didn't. I actually seen that it was raining quite heavy earlier on, but you know, it's unpredictable, the weather in Scotland. I will go on about it until the day I die. It's unpredictable. See if you to see my leggings. Oh my goodness gracious me. I'm actually going to show you. That should be the colour. That should be the colour of them dry. This is actually hysterical. Like, that's clearly the dry colour. Like, my thighs are absolutely soaked through. Lovely. Also, don't really know what happens here, but there must be a kind of dog park or like a kind of dog training class. That was fun to see. I'm going to go home and get a cup of tea and a shower and a wee biscuit, because I deserve it, okay? I need a sweet treat. I've not had a sweet treat today, have I? I may have. Hello, it's Wednesday, and this is probably the most horizontal you've ever seen me. It's almost midnight. Will there ever be a day this week that I will go to my bed at a reasonable hour? I am currently on page 160 of Rock, Paper, Scissors. I haven't read any other book today. I have not achieved and completed the page count for today. The day literally ran away from me. Before I do the spinner, I'll give you a wee update on Rock, Paper, Scissors, because I'm really enjoying this. Probably about halfway done now, right? There is a third party. now involved. I just want to know what's happening. How has it got to this stage with the two of them? How has it got to this point? Like, what? Why? So the way this book's laid out and written is very interesting to me because I don't think I've read a book quite like this before because I haven't read a lot of thrillers. But you've got Amelia's POV, Adam's POV, you've got a third party, and then you've got Amelia's letters to Adam. So she writes Adam a letter every year on their anniversary and just doesn't send it to him or doesn't give it to him, so it's like to him but he's never seen them. It's basically just like a kind of diary entry, I guess. So because we now have this third party involved, I'm like, what's happening here? And also at the same time I'm like, how have we got to this point? And what is the deal with the abandoned chapel? They are still have only been there one day, right? We're only on day 2. So let's do the random number generator now. See whatever page count comes up on this random number generator for tomorrow. Take it with a pinch of salt. I still have pages that I have not read that I need to get read, and this is just going to be on top of that. Anyway, let's find out how many pages I am possibly going to have to read tomorrow. Okay, here we go. I'm spinning the wheel. Let's see what it's going to give me. $150 pages for tomorrow. On top of, let's do the maths here. I need to read 291 pages to get back up to scratch. Remove that 150. I say this all the time. It is what it is. It's not that deep. Anyway, happy Wednesday. I need to go to my bed. It's after midnight. It's like 10 past. I must sleep. Hi, it's Friday. I never had a minute to myself yesterday. I have not done the spinner for today. It's currently 10 past 5. I have managed to read 83 pages today so far of Long Way Down because I have just been reading on my phone. Like, I've not picked up a physical book yet, so I've read 83 pages of this, but as I said, this is not a priority. So this is the kind of book that's like the in-between book, or like the book that's going to take up the excess pages. I'm almost finished Rock, Paper, Scissors. I have like 88 pages left of this. Regardless, I'm going to get this finished tonight, and then I'm going to move on to Leather and Lark. Ideally, page count today would be 125 because I think that's achievable today. On top of the pages that I have to carry over from yesterday, I think 125 pages is achievable. And I would really love to keep the 50 until Sunday, even though all this week I think I have only achieved one day. So I'm going to do the spinner. Right, here we go. Oh, the stars are aligning. The stars have aligned for me today. It was a 1 in 3 chance, really, wasn't it? It was a 1 in 3 chance. Yes! It's a small one, isn't it? It's a small one. Okay, cool. Okay, let's remove that. So we have 125 pages. Isn't that funny that we're left with the lowest amount and the highest amount for the last 2 days? Isn't that just so funny? Life's funny, isn't it? Total, I have 264 pages left to read tonight. And I have nothing on tonight. The only thing I'm going to do tonight is go and get myself a wee pizza, have my dinner, sit down and read. But that is all I have to say to you just now, because I'm not going to give you an update on this. I'm just going to give you an update once I've finished it, because I feel there's nothing more I can update you on. It's just things are still happening, things are still moving, things are still playing out, but nothing has actually happened yet. I mean, things have happened, but like the thing hasn't happened yet, so... Okay, bye. I finished a book, and I finished a book that was not a romance book. I am landing on 3.5 stars for this. Probably 3/4 of this book I really enjoyed. I really liked. I liked the creepy elements of it. I liked the suspense. I liked the kind of way that we were going. And then see when the reveals were happening, I was kind of like, okay. And then it was done. Like, it was good. I was excited to read this every day. It was very fast paced. I was getting through it at a decent pace myself. With the intense stuff that was happening, I feel like it was very tell and not show. And I was like, I kind of wanted to see it, you know? I kind of wanted to see what was happening. I feel like it was building up and it was getting very intense, and then it just kind of just fell a wee bit flat. Like, the reveals were good, but I feel like it was like bam, 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 bam. I enjoyed it. I wish I liked it more. That's it, really. That's all I have to say. I'm definitely interested in reading more of Alice Feeney's books, because I did enjoy the majority of this. It was just the end that kind of fell flat for me. I think I actually have another one of her books on my Kindle, so that could be an option for a future TBR. I have 178 pages left to read for today, and I'm going to read Leather and Lark. I have not read a dark romance in a wee while. I like a serial killer romance. There's certain elements and there's certain like kind of tiers to dark romance, right? I don't like anything that's like too intense, or not even intense, right? Intense is the wrong word because I do like an intense book, but this is the kind of dark romance I like, where like it's still fun. I'm hoping to laugh at this one because I actually had a good laugh when I was reading Butcher and Blackbird last year as well. I need to go to my bed, but I need to read 178 pages of this book before I do that in order to catch up. Do I think I'm going to manage it? No, because that is like 3 hours of my life and it's already 20 to midnight. Oh well, exciting times. I'm going to go to my bed and read this. I literally almost went to bed without doing the final spinner. Let's have a go. Don't you dare land on 50. No, stop. 200. What a success, you know. Oh, this has actually worked out quite well. Do you know what? See, tomorrow I'm going to achieve it, and on Sunday I'm going to achieve it, and I'm going to have read 2.5 books. Yes. Hello. So I have an update for you. Living in Lark. Look how far into that I am. I've read all of this today. I know. Can you believe it? Because I can't. I look like a lollipop because my hair is slicked back. Here's my update on Leather and Lark. I still have 100-ish pages to read to complete the page count for today, because guess what? I carried pages over from yesterday. I carried over 178 pages because see, when I finished talking to you last night, fell asleep, didn't I? I needed my sleep, and I need my sleep again tonight. So will I carry pages over today? I really don't want to. I keep saying to myself, I'm like, oh, I need to get up really early, I need to do all this stuff, and I'm like, I don't need to get up so early. In my head I'm like, I need to get up at 6 a.m. I need to get up at 6 a.m. to be able to do everything that I want to do tomorrow. No, I don't. Realistically, I can get up at like 8. But even that seems like so late to me. Like, it just feels like the day's away by 8 o'clock. So I'm on page 274. I do not like it as much as I enjoyed Butcher and Blackbird. I think there was way more happening in that book. I feel like, I don't know if it's because I've read the majority of this today or if it is just the story. I think it is just the story, I'm not gonna lie. I'm enjoying it, but I'm not overly enamoured with it. I feel like I still don't really know Lachlan Kane at all. Like, I feel like I don't know him. I feel like I know a lot about Lark and I know a lot about her background and I understand where she's coming from things and why she does certain things. I feel like she has more personality to her. I feel like Lachlan is very dull. Sorry to say, he's very dull. And I really wish he wasn't dull, because I just wish he wasn't, because I think it would be better. On top of the fact, it's a lot of tell, not a lot of show. That is like one of my pet hates about books. It's like, oh yeah, skip a wee thing, we done this. Show me. Make the book a wee bit longer and show me what you actually done, because it might actually make me care. Shocker. I know. I don't care if this added on another like 50 to 60 pages. As long as I get to see things and it makes me connect to the characters in a way, I prefer that. We've seen things from Lark's personality, what she likes to do with her spare time. Our wholesome spare time and our not so wholesome spare time. Like, Lark is actually quite funny. Like, the funny bits of this have been Lark. There's one thing I really wanted to see, and it was more of Lachlan's like work. Like, he works with leather and all that kind of stuff, and I was like, oh, there's some interesting things you could do with that. And so far, there's been nothing interesting happening with that either. One scene of him in his kind of leather workshop, and I'm like, is that it? Is that it? And that was literally only like 20 pages ago. He's a contract killer, and I've seen him do no killing. 1 killing? 2 killings? Not that many. For a contract killer, he's not doing much killing. Because with Butcher and Blackbird, every year Rowan and Sloane were playing the game, so they were getting into like the nitty gritty of like, you know, like I feel like we got bits at the start. The middle is very lull, like it's very, nothing happens. Let's be real, nothing is happening in this book, and we're just now getting to the bit where it's kind of getting a wee bit frisky, a wee bit spicier. I was like, that's kind of out of left field really, because I'm like, I don't, like, do you care? Like, I don't truly believe you care that much about each other. I don't know what's happening here. Couple of warnings for you: if you want to have a pizza, make sure you eat it before you read this book, because you'll never want to eat pizza a day in your life after that. That's how I feel. I'm gonna go because I am very tired and I do have to get these pages read. Okay, so here's the deal. It's Sunday night. I've got 40 pages to read. I've got less than 40 pages to read. How many pages do I have to read? I'm not sure. It's currently 23:23 on the clock. I finished Leather and Lark, 2.5 stars. Did not love, was not that funny. And the romance, where was it, babe? And now I'm actually questioning, did I even like Butcher and Blackbird? Or was I kind of swept up in the whole serial killer romance of it all? I'm not sure. But this was not it. It didn't get much better when I left you off yesterday. It ended up wrapping up way too nicely and way too quickly. Like within a page, the conflict and the issues were sorted, and I was like, oh, so that's us done then. Cool. And also shockingly not a lot of spice in this at all, I don't think. I was expecting a bit more because it's marketed as like a dark rom-com, and obviously with a dark romance you kind of tend to get a bit more spicier scenes than what you would like a contemporary romance. And that's not to say like it needed spice, like it didn't need it, but I was just a bit like nothing happens. I think there was only one spicy scene in this, and I was like, it wasn't even good. The attempt was there, just was not executed very well. Quite disappointed in this. Very disappointed in this actually. So now that I'm finished Leather and Lark, I now need to read 38 pages of another book, and I'm going to go straight to my Kindle because that is the way I can read the quickest. And I'm going to go on to Kiss and Don't Tell by Megan Quinn. This was also on my July TBR. I was going to read Long Way Down, and then I was like, why are you doing that? It's not even on your July TBR. We're trying to stay focused this month. I'm trying to stay focused. So I'm going to read 38 pages of Kiss and Don't Tell. I've already read 3, so I really only need to read 35. I can absolutely get that done in the next like 20 minutes. It is Sunday evening. It's Sunday the 7th of July, and I'm still not in my bed sleeping before 11 o'clock. I told you I was going to get it done. I'm going to get it done. I can achieve anything in life, and this is proving it. But I'm not going to update you when I'm finished this. I'm going to update you my final update tomorrow, and then that'll be the vlog over. Shame into it. Hello, it's Monday and I'm coming to give you the final update. Now, I don't want to call myself an overachiever, but sky high this week, I have achieved far beyond what I ever thought I could read. I was supposed to read 875 pages. Do you know how many I've read? 877. I read 2 extra pages. And you know what? That's such an achievement. I can't believe after being in such a reading slump for like a month, essentially, for like at least 3 weeks, right, that I have managed to read over 2 books in the space of a week. That's so good for me. And even although they weren't 2 of the best books I've ever read in my life, number 1, I had a good time reading them. Number 2, I stepped outside my comfort zone. I tried different genres that I don't generally read, and I enjoyed them. I mean, I enjoyed one of them more than the other, but I still enjoyed the reading experience of both of them because I've got to share it with you. So as I said, I've read 2 books, and then I'm finished off with 40 pages of Kiss and Don't Tell by Megan Quinn. I thought I would just come and give you a wee kind of update with this. It's pretty fast paced and I'm enjoying it. Not much to say because I have only read 40 pages, but what an achievement this has been this week. And even although I have been, number 1, very tired, number 2, very busy, and number 3, pretty crab it, I feel like I've really done well this week, and I feel like what a fun challenge this has been, even although I did find it difficult, and I still do think it's been really quite a challenge for me to read that amount this week. I feel good. Life's alright, you know. Life's alright sometimes. That's all I've got for you. I hope you have a wonderful week, whatever you end up doing, and I hope you find some books that you enjoy. So thank you very much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a wee like, give it a wee thumbs up, subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!